Hey, welcome to Chaotic Crafting with me, Miss Buttons. Um, here's the thing. You can just make things. They don't have to be good or valuable or even cool. Let's just make something. Okay, so earlier I was at my co-parents thrift store and I found this jumpsuit. Okay, check it out. It's like a cotton sweater material, okay? Buttons in the front, legs, it's got pockets, it's got no hood. So what I think I'm gonna do is add a bunch of stuff to it to make it cool, and a hood, and yeah, I'll wear it as like jammies. So let's make something. But first we have to go to the craft box area, which is pretty messy, and just see what kind of weird stuff we can find. Let's go. Okay, so to say that it's chaotic in here is clearly an understatement. Look, bread maker. But okay, so I did find this kind of black and white thing, and I found this old shirt that I forgot I had that I can put on. How hilarious is that? So I'm gonna go with like a black and white theme because I found this white fur for the hood. I think it's gonna be good. I'm gonna get a bunch of black and white stuff. Yeah. Okay. So I found this shirt that I forgot that I had, and it says, "I don't do drugs, I am drugs," and it has it big on the back. So that's gonna be kind of the like top piece of the back of the hood. I think this is what I'm gonna go off of. So then I also have these like weird patches that are black and white. I don't know if I'm gonna use those yet. I have some like cow fabric. I also have this kind of like, it's like a leopard and a hibiscus flower, and I have this, and then I found this. So I'm thinking I could probably turn this into a hood, but this is the lining, or this is the lining. I don't know yet. All right, I'm gonna think. So we're gonna go with, this is the big back patch, right? This is gonna be the backing material for the back patch. So there really is no rhyme or reason to why I do anything any which way that I do it, to be perfectly honest. It's all kind of a random jumble of ideas and thoughts, and sometimes, often, not even finished projects. Let's just be honest. But what I'm doing here is I'm just gonna lay the patch out on the fabric, and then I'm gonna cut around it so that I'll have enough to seam a little seam so it's not raw edged. I actually have a serger, but it is being a little bitch right now. It won't cooperate. I don't know what. It's just annoying. Anywho, so we're gonna come into your crafting box, which is a jumbled mess of pins. Don't hurt yourself when you get your pins out. And we're just gonna pin it as flat as we can to the side. Guys, I just remembered I have a bedazzler. Oh, this thing is getting bedazzled for sure. Oh man, I am so stoked. I've only bedazzled like one thing. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pin this all down and cut it all out, and then we'll move over to the sewing machine. Catch you on the flippity flop. Okay, check it out. So I got the back patch, right? I'm gonna first sew just zigzag seam because I'm fancy like that. So zigzag, close that down. Then I'm gonna fold this over and make it all smooth. And I did it with the smaller patch too, so I can put that in the front. All right, let's sew. Sometimes you start a project and you're like, get into it, and then the dopamine Crash. And you just have to have a strawberry Sour Patch Kid. And that's okay. Okay. Yep. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So, I made my patches. This is a big one. This is a small one. Okay. So now I'm going to pin the patches on to the sweatsuit, sew them on, and then I can start kind of doing the fun stuff. I'm going to make a little like a little leopard patches for the knees and the booty probably. What else? Ooh, I have this. It says Teen Idol. I'm thinking I'm going to put it on the sleeve. Yeah. I need another one of these. Bring me back to life. Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff. What? So, because we're putting this giant back patch on, I want to make sure the back patch can be seen when the hood is down. So I'm going to put it kind of like middle bottom of the back. Okay, here we go. You know when you start a project and you're like, I'm going to do this, even though I have 3 other projects that aren't done. And then, like, you get a quarter of the way through and the dopamine runs out. It's gone already? I've only been doing this for an hour. No. Okay. I think the sugar is helping. I pinned the patch back onto the back and onto the front. Pretty cute. So we're going to sew this on now, and then we'll start working on the patches for the, I don't know, should I do elbow patches? I think I'm going to try to do elbow patches and maybe knee patches. Be cute. Okay, let's try. Okay, now that I have the patches sewn onto the back, excuse me, hold on. Okay, now that I have the patches on the back and on the front of the jumpsuit, I gotta, God. Jeez, my sewing box is exploding at me. Okay, so the next thing I have to do is, we're gonna make the hood. So I use this really fancy schmancy way of making a hood called taking the collar of whatever you want to put a hood on and just folding it in half and then measuring that. So what that would be, okay, that is 11 inches. So we're gonna do 12 inches for the base of the hood. I'm gonna do a double layered hood. So I'll kind of show you, I'm gonna draw it out and show you what it looks like when it's all drawn out. This is all a guesstimate. Everything I do, guessing game, pure guessing game. And it works out like 90% of the time, so. So what I did was take about 1 inch from the corner, and then that's where I started my 12 inches. And I did a slight incline because this is going to be like the front of the hood, and this is like the neck piece, right? So 12 inches on either side. I'm going to cut 2 pieces. This is going to be inside the hood. Well, this part will be. And this purple fabric will be the outside. So I'm going to do the same shape on this purple fabric as well. Let's cut it. Transitions. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to take this as a pattern to cut off of this. Let's do it. All right, well, it's the next day. And, you know, because you don't finish a project in one day. I know that so many, when I was like thinking about making YouTube videos, I'm like, how do these people finish the things in one day? Like, don't they have stuff to do? So it's the next day for me, and that's fine. I am wearing the same sweatshirt, but I do have different hair, I think. Yeah, I was wearing a beanie yesterday. It's a different day. It's okay to take time to finish your projects. You know what I'm saying, babe? Okay, so we got the inside of the hood, the outside of the hood. See, I just used the same pattern. Okay, so how we construct the hood now is we're going to sew the top and the back of the hood together, the two pieces. We're going to do that on both sides. And then how we combine the two is we turn them inside out and we sew the front seams together. I'll show you how. It's not that hard. It is tricky a little bit, but don't worry. We'll walk through it, okay? All right, so to the sewing machine. All right, so we have our inner piece. We have our outer piece. We are then going to put the right sides together, meaning the side that's going to be on the outside, we're going to put together like this. Then we're going to sew. I'm going to find the middle seams. We're going to do a little pinning action to pin these sides together. Wait, hold on. Oh, just kidding. I did it on the wrong side. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So this, boop, goes into here like that. Boop. Okay. Then we're going to pin the right sides together, and then we're going to flip it all inside out, and it's going to be a hood. And then we're going to attach it to the body of the jumpsuit somehow. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. Right. Okay, so I've sewed both of them, the right side, the wrong side out. So then we're gonna flip it. Check it out. Check it out. Oh, a hood. It's a little hood. Oh, yes. So now we have to attach the hood to the jumper, the jumpsuit, which is my least favorite part of any hood attachment, is the actual attaching it to the jumpsuit. It's fine making the hood. It's fine. We'll be fine, but it's awkward and it makes me nervous. But it's gonna be cool. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna pin, and I'll show you how I pin it, and then we'll sew it. And then we're gonna cover the seam with some white fuzz so that it's all scratchy on my neck. All right. I pinned it. The hood is bigger than the jumper, and that's okay because the jumper is stretchy. So as you can see, like, it's kind of crinkled. So when I sew it, I'm just gonna have to pull the elastic of the band, of the neck band taut as I sew it. And then we're gonna do something, we're gonna cover up the seam with something soft. I think I have some velvet actually that I might use. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm not gonna film myself putting the hood onto the jumper because it's honestly it's just too much pressure. I can't take the stress. You guys, I did it. I had to do it without the pressure of people looking, but look, it's on now. The hood, so cute. Okay, so see how it's kind of scratchy and pokey? Yeah, so I'm gonna cover that up with something, probably some velvet or something like that. But I want to add some more bedazzle to it before I actually sparkle bedazzle heat set gem rhinestone it. So I'm thinking about making some patches. out of this fabric that I used for like the backing, like cutting out some of this and then sewing onto this sparkly black fabric and you making that the patch back. Also, I have this Teen Idol patch that this was like, so I had this Teen Idol shirt when I was in high school and it's one of my favorite patches and it's been on like a sweatshirt, it's been on a sweater, it's recently been on a hoodie that I just cut up. So I really want to add it to this somewhere. I think probably on the sleeve, but I think I'm gonna have to hand sew it, which is fine. But let's work on the patches first. Okay, look how gross. All the fake hair. We're gonna wash it before we wear it. Okay, also look at that. I'll get back to you later. Probably. Okay, so here's the patch. I'm gonna sew this patch onto the black fabric. And then I think I'm gonna bedazzle it before I sew it on. And then it's gonna be sewed on right about there. What do you think? Like right on like the hip area? Maybe like that, right next to my, next to my, you know. Okay, so now I have my little patch. I've sewed this fabric onto the sparkly fabric, and so now it's time to rhinestone it. Ooh! Did I turn it on? No. So I got this rhinestoner from a friend for Christmas, and I had no idea how awesome it is. Basically, it's like a heat set rhinestone. Is it warming up? Yeah. Okay, so what you do is you have these little rhinestones, okay? You place them on the fabric you want, and then this heats up, and then there's an adhesive on the back of the rhinestone that sticks to the fabric. So I'll show you what it looks like before I heat set it. Okay, so as you can see, I put the gems on and that you can just move them around. Okay, so we take the little heat setter, okay, and then we put it on top and we hold it on for like 10-15 seconds. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Boop. All right, now can I move it off? Nope. All right, we're gonna heat set the rest of them. Y'all, look at it sewn on to the bottom of the sweatsuit. This, I'm sure a lot of you out there are saying, but Alyssa, where would you wear something like this to? And my answer is, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I make stuff and it's just for fun to make it. I'm going out of town this weekend to see some friends in Portland, have a little sleepover. I'll wear it for my sleepover. You don't have to make things specifically for a functional purpose. Sometimes things are just a labor of joy and love. And that's what this jumpsuit is. So now I'm going to work on the back. Let's check out what the back looks like. So that's just the back right now. That's all it is. It'll look like that when the hood's down. Okay. But I think it needs sparkly heart patches on the booty. So that's what I'm going to do. Booty patches in the shape of hearts. Okay, so I was making the little heart butt patch and I was like, you know what it needs? Fringe. It needs a little fringe. So I put a little black fringe on there. It's gonna be so cute. Okay. Ooh, maybe a mask like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna pin it to the butt. I hope that it works because I don't want to hand sew it. So I'm gonna try to do it on my sewing machine. It's always a risk, but we're gonna do it. Okay, here's the finished product. Look at that. Look at that rhinestoning work. Ah, she's so sparkly. Little rhinestone up here, and then wait, hold on. Boop. And a little on the fringy booty. Pretty cute. Aww. See, you don't have to make things all the time that make sense. Sometimes you just make stuff that is fun and stupid and great because it's fun to make. It doesn't have to be important. It just has to be fun.